If you ever had the chance to meet one of the Beatles, it is to be expected that you would be taken aback by the fact that they are the most influential and well-adored rock band in the history of the world. On the other hand, only a few number of people can claim that they not only engaged in a lengthy conversation with one of them, but also held a position at a recording console alongside them. Richie Sambora, the former guitarist for Bon Jovi, holds the distinction of being a very fortunate individual because he was able to experience all three. Moreover, he was willing to reveal the information to all of us during a recent interview that was conducted by Howie Mandel Does Stuff. After being transcribed by Ultimate Guitar, Sambora stated, "At the time, I was working at Henson Recording Studios, which was formerly known as A&M. I'm the one that likes to go around the studio and ask, 'That's in today?' When we were fairly popular, I was the one who liked to do that. In all of my years, I had never come across a Beatle. I was probably close to 40 years old. I was working on a Bon Jovi live record that I was mixing, and I was peeping out the door, waiting for Paul to walk in because his band and everybody else was there," Sambora recalls. Sambora was busy working on the record. Even though it's been close to 2 hours, he has not yet arrived. As a result, I leave one studio and enter the second overdub studio in order to produce some overdubs for this live music performance. As soon as I walk right into him, he asks me, "See, you're practicing, are you, dear?" Even though I play the guitar with my right hand, he takes the guitar and begins to play it. He is a lefty and I am a righty. Not only did I have a lengthy talk with Sir Paul, but I also got to see him lend a hand in mixing a specific Bon Jovi track. This is the kind of thing that might be considered the fantasy of every rock musician. We take a seat on the couch that is located there, and he immediately jumps into it, gentlemen. Even though we had only started chatting to each other so much, they had to physically separate us from one another. Consequently, he was required to enter his own studio, and I was in my own studio when I turned around and saw that Paul had one of my guitars in his possession, and he was playing around with it. So I replied, "Well, if you're going to be in here, why don't you help me mix this?" Because I was in the process of mixing. Indeed, he did it. Sambora is unable to think of the specific Bon Jovi song that McCartney assisted in mixing, which is unfortunate. However, he is able to recall the exact name of the album. It was something that cannot be found in the live record. One Wild Night was the name of the record in question. As a group, however, we were successful. McCartney's input was not acknowledged, in case you were curious about that.